Good morning, it's Melissa, Mother Lover for Life, 100%, coming to you doing the Native American Oracle cards again today for the collective reading. I hope all of you are having a good, beautiful, blessed morning and getting out in nature and doing some meditation. That's what I'm going to do today in order to start my day in a positive direction and do some stretching and free body movement. And thank you for tuning into my channel. Please like, subscribe, and share. Give me a thumbs up if you like this message. So this is the deck I'll be using today. It's the Native American Oracle by Laura Tuan for a reading for the collective energy for today. Like I said, thank you for tuning into my channel. Let's see what Great Mystery and Great Spirit have to share with us for a message today. Just going to cleanse my area and my etheric field with some sage. Thank you, Great Mystery, Great Spirit. Please bless this reading. Help me have eyes to see, ears to hear, and a clear mind. Clear heart. Please bless these cards so we have a clear reading on how to help the collective energy through this transition and through rebirth and transformation. Thank you. I just ask my angels, ascended masters, Great Mystery, Great Spirit, Mother Mary Magdalene, Jesus Christ to come into this reading, the ancestors. Help me be a positive guiding light of peace, joy, abundance, and harmony. Use me as a clear channel to guide this message to a collective who may be going through something similar to what I'm experiencing. Thank you. Okay. Just going to give these cards a couple shuffles. Okay, angel, spirit, guides. Please bless me with a message on the beginning point of the situation that the collective should focus for this day. What is the heart of the situation that this collective should focus on for this day? Angels, spirits, guides, ancestors, please bless me with a message for the collective for the day to get this day started off in a positive direction. What should the focus be? Ancestors, could you give me a message for this collective? I'm going to move this a little bit. Get really smoky. Angels, spirits, guides, can I please have, thank you. Angels, spirits, guides, can you please, thank you. Resources, can I get a card on what needs to be released for this collective spirit? Okay. Angels, spirits, guides, can I get opportunities, ideas, opportunities available, ideas? Whoa. We got a lot of opportunities and ideas. Let me grab those. Okay. Ancestors, can I get a card on what ideas? Okay. Thank you. And then can I also get a card on the evolution or outcome of this situation for this collective energy? Angels, spirits, guides, and ancestors, can I get a card for the evolution of this situation or outcome of this situation for this day for collective energy? Angels, spirits, guides, and ancestors, can I please get a message for this day for the outcome or evolution for this collective energy? Outcome for this collective energy. Angels, spirits, guides, can I please get ancestors a card for outcome of the situation? Thank you. Okay, so the beginning part of the situation is this dream catcher, which is 23. The beginning part of the situation, which is choice. This means choice. The Ojibwe word for dream catcher means spider, and a dream catcher does not look like a spider's web. Does look like a spider's web. It is a hoop made of willow and woven with loose web, often red dyed yarn, and decorated with feathers and beads. It's circular to represent the path of travel by the sun and the moon through the heavens. Often given to infants and children, it filters out bad dreams or thoughts, catching them in the web, allowing only sweet dreams and positive thoughts to enter the sleeping mind. My sage is going crazy. Okay. Cultivate discernment and make sure you understand all the subtleties before jumping to conclusions. Choice, discernment, study, knowledge, revise plans, and the time is Wednesday. So cultivate discernment and make sure you understand all the subtleties before jumping to conclusions. So whatever life situation that you may be going through, make sure that you look at all the subtleties before jumping to any conclusions, so that you can you can cultivate clear discernment without making any harsh judgments. So it's the power of choice. We have a power of choice today to use our discernment to guide us on what is right and what is good for our spirit or soul. And it's the power of choice. So before jumping to conclusions on any life situation, we have to look at things with discernment to have a clear, crystal clear vision of what's really going on, and see things from a higher vantage point, from a place of wisdom. So that's the beginning part of the situation for the collective. The second card, these are opportunity or resources that should not be wasted, is number 12, which is snake. You can see a rainbow behind the snake. Renewal. So the power of choice and discernment, make healthy life choices, life changes, so that you can have the opportunity of renewal. Snakes are highly symbolic and suggest ideas around primal knowledge, fear, deep, mysterious mysteries, healing cycles, and duality. Because of the snake practices shedding its skin, it also is a strong representative of renewal and change. Snake is associated with birds as well, and the ground, and therefore the connection between heaven and earth. Various myths connect snake to rain and to corn, making him also a sign of the continuity of life. Snake is shown with a rainbow because it too is a symbol that connects the earth and sky and the constant renewal of continuation of life. So snake's message is renewal. Keep in mind the cycles of life and flow with them, changing and continually growing. Keywords: renewal, primal knowledge, magic, secret power, and ability, healing cycles, and connection. And the time is November, the month of frosts. So, using the power of choice and discernment, we're able to tap in to this resource that of renewal that should not be wasted, and the ability to shed our skin like snake, in order to receive that healing ebb and flow of life cycles, and continually changing and growing throughout our life cycles and movement. So that's a good reminder for me today to continue focusing on healthy, positive, powerful choices and using my discernment so I can continue having this healing cycle of renewal and continually growing. And then what needs to be released is this 22, which is arrow. So release the surprise. The arrow, a weapon, is used for defense and also offense against enemies, for while hunting, it is a symbol of speed, success, direction, and travel. The shape of the arrowhead is also used as a protective amulet, sometimes with the addition of a pheasant feather or red zigzag line that evokes lightning. An arrow requires careful aim, achieved by a good eye and strong, steady muscles. Once released, it follows its path to the inevitable conclusion very quickly. So release the surprise. Whatever action you are considering, bear in mind the element of surprise. Unforeseen event, unexpected success, victory over a strong enemy, travel, instant solution after a long struggle. And the time is Tuesdays. So release the surprise. And whatever action you might be considering, bear in mind the element of surprise. So, using your discernment, focusing on your renewal, releasing the surprise, it helps get rid of the surprises, because while you're using the power of choice and doing empowering, I guess I do affirmations, and I use my power of choice to do those affirmations daily. And that way I can continue to seek my renewal, release the surprise of things unknown that are going to happen, because I'm putting the work in, using my discernment, my power of choice, my personal power of free will choice, to focus on my renewal, shedding the skin or the things that no longer serve me, so I can have that continued growth, so that way I don't have as many unforeseen events happening in my life, and there won't be so many surprises, because I don't have to seek that instant solution after a long struggle, because things are a process and they take time, and it takes a lifetime to build up your discernment and grow those skills as a human having a spiritual experience. And renewal takes time. Because I have to continue to study to receive that knowledge that I'm gaining through making healthy, positive life choices, so I can receive this renewal, release the surprise of, difficult life things happening or events happening. I just had a surprise this morning, and it wasn't a good surprise. So I'm praying for one of my friends who was hospitalized. Um, and That's something that I cannot control. And my discernment is that I can pray for that person, and then release that to great mystery and wish them well, and be glad that I'm able to shed my skin like snake, release the surprises, or the need to control things in my life, so that I don't get surprised, because I don't really personally love surprises. So even if they're good, I don't know. I just don't really I don't like surprises, but I'm trying to accept the fact that I need to enjoy those happy, good surprises. But this morning, I was surprised by something that wasn't. Um, when our friends struggle or they're hospitalized, it's always difficult to understand why these things are happening. But my prayers definitely go out to that person, and it wasn't really the surprise I wanted this morning, but it's helping me also focus on my spiritual path and um, use my time and discernment to continue to propel myself and renew myself on the spiritual path. Um, so I'm grateful to release the surprise and know that the actions I'm considering. Um, that I can come up with solutions that will prevent future blocks through using discernment and the ability to shed my skin like snake. So, um, the opportunities, ideas, and advice that can help is 33, which is liberty. The shaman walks between worlds, moving with ease between the visible and invisible worlds, and thus sees connections. And that's number 33. Via his journey to spirit, he has experienced many things, suffered greatly, and learned much. His wisdom and dedication allow him to communicate with spirit on behalf of others and bring healing to a people or an individual. He leads the living along a path of personal control that leads to true freedom and accompanies the dead to their next path, freedom from the physical world. True freedom comes through knowing self. True freedom comes through self knowledge and discipline, and understanding the world, and compassion or service for others. Key words: liberty, freedom, ability, guidance, devotion, discipline, sacrifice, and suffering for a greater good. And this opportunity or external resources and advice that can help is dependent on the seeker's will. So, whatever you're willing to seek is what you're going to find. Um, I've really had to focus on self discipline in order to free myself and devote myself to my spiritual path through self discipline and sacrificing the things that no longer serve me. Um, and suffer sometimes for a greater good because I know what I'm putting my effort into. Um, I'm discerning that it's worthy of my time. Um, so I'm grateful for that, knowing today it does give me personal freedom and liberty over, things that I've struggled with in my past, such as mental illness and addiction. So, I sacrifice the things, the relationships, the ideas of myself and others, and release that so that I can receive renewal. Release the element of surprise because I've discerned what's worthy of my time. I receive that liberty, number 33, liberty, of the ability to have free will choices and discernment, so I can receive renewal, release the surprise, have liberty over mental illness, addiction, and the strife and struggles of life that's going on right now, so that I can continue staying on my spiritual path. So that it makes my sacrifice and suffering worth it, so that I can serve a greater good for a greater purpose through healing myself. I'm able to help others heal and use the medicine that I've gained through walking this path in order to encourage, inspire, and help others. So, the possible evolution of this situation, if we continue to use our discernment and free will choices to affect a greater good, we will receive the renewal, release those unknown negative surprises um, that we already know that we've made these choices in the past that have led to hardship or suffering, which has helped with us with our discernment. We can liberate ourselves through self discipline, through knowing that thyself and being true to yourself, and understanding the world and having compassion and being of service to others. And that way we can receive this possible evolution of the situation, which this is 19. Which is 19 is uncertainty. Twin gods are prevalent throughout Native American mythology. Sometimes they are represented by good and evil fighting each other for supremacy and control. Some myths say they co-created humans, which is why people have both good and bad qualities. In some traditions, they are not good and evil, but opposites, like day and night, life and death, summer and winter. In these cases, they are rivals rather than enemies. Sometimes they are even partners working together on a task or quest. In this card, the background is design used for ritual divinations, incorporating the directions and the path of planets through the heavens. If a decision seems impossible, wait and watch. The best solution will reveal itself at the last moment. So, uncertainty, doubts, fluidity, difficult decisions, irrevocable choice, and obstacles. The middle phase of a situation or season. So, by using our positive discernment and free will choices to affect a greater good, receive this renewal, release the surprise, have liberation over mental illness, addiction, and whatever life struggles that you might be struggling with. We all have our issues or struggles. Release the good or evil, good or bad. Nobody's all good or all bad. If a decision seems impossible, wait and watch, and the best solution will reveal itself at the last moment. So, that is true for me because usually when I'm freaking out about something, or something not working, the more I relax into the situation, the more I tap into spirit, great mystery, and great spirit for advice. It releases that uncertainty because I know that I'm making difficult decisions to better my life, to affect a greater good, to affect myself, my family, my community, and continue on my spiritual path. So that's a good reminder. There's always going to be uncertainty, but if I can stay tapped into great mystery and great spirit, and have that faith and unwavering faith, I know that I will make it through these difficult, uncertain times. Even though that I have doubts, I can still remain fluid in my life choices, while being aware that some of these situations feel impossible, and that I can continue to wait and watch and see what happens, and be able to see, with my spiritual eyes rather than with my physical eyes, and be able to feel situations out with my sacred heart in order to tap into what my sacred heart knows, the wisdom of my sacred heart knows, the correct choices for me to make and the path that I need to walk, so I can continue to shed my skin like snake, those things that don't work for me anymore. And that rainbow is a symbolizes hope for me, through renewal, by letting go of those things that don't serve me any longer, and know that I'm being guided along the way. Even though things feel and seem uncertain at this time, uncertain at this time, within my own personal life, within our communities, within the world, we all are having challenges and struggles at this time, and loss and grief. And so I'm continuing to surrender and find peace within the struggle and uncertainty, because I know that there is a divine plan behind everything that's going on. Even though it's unclear to me right now of how, things are going to work. So, that was a good message for me to continue using discernment to make healthy life choices and changes. Seek that renewal through shedding the old me. Like Snake, it's a good reminder. And release the element of surprise, and just be hopeful that things are going to change for the better. And I'm liberating myself, and that's what I'm seeking. My will is seeking the truth within myself, which I'm grateful for. So that way, even though things are uncertain, I can continue having faith in Great Mystery and Great Spirit in order to continue growing on my path. So that was a helpful message for me today. Excuse me. So let's get a message from the 7 spiritual laws of success. Oops, wow. Sometimes we need to experience silence. So I like to experience silence out in nature when I take my nature walks and listen to the birds and the wind, and it's really grounding and calming for me. And sometimes I have to practice silence with certain friends because I'm on a different path than they are. And sometimes we have to go our different ways in order for me to shed my skin and come into the person that I'm becoming. I've had to discern who's worthy of my time. And although it hasn't been easy, I guess I'm giving those people the silent treatment, because I know I'm discerning that I'm being directed towards another path, away from those energies, so that I can heal myself and, become who I'm supposed to become. So it's good to experience silence. I used to not be able to experience silence when I first got into recovery, because my brain would just go 1,000 miles an hour. That was about 20 years ago. I'm grateful I don't have very many moments like that anymore. I've learned how to slow that mind down through meditation, and I'm really grateful for that, because that was something that was very valuable for me, was to be able to sit in silence and allow my mind to calm, to just let those thoughts flow, and not have to force myself to think a certain way, or to just be free flowing, and not worry, and silence my mind, knowing that Great Mystery and Great Spirit have a greater plan, that I don't know everything. It's a mystery, which is cool. I'm grateful for that. It keeps the mystery in my life, and it's like being on a mystery adventure, and it keeps the spice in my life. And it's taught me to slow down, be quiet, and listen. So I'm grateful for that. And discern who's really worthy of my time, or what activities are worthy of my time. So focus on true purpose in life, or of life, in life. Yeah, so experience silence, focus on true purpose in life. So we drew that one yesterday too. So I am focusing on my true person in life. And we drew this one yesterday too. Law of karma, cause and effect. So when I'm experiencing silence or I have to cut people out due to discerning that they're no longer worthy of my time, it's not an easy thing to do. To block people and cut them out of your life, but oftentimes it's really necessary um, to cut off those toxic ties and until people heal and get well. And um, I'm focused on experiencing that silence, focusing on my true purpose in life. It's the law of Dharma or purpose in life. I'm sorry, the law of Dharma. I read that wrong. So focus on your true life purpose, and your Dharma. So I'm following my Dharma. Um, which is inspired action, things that light me up, bring me joy. Um, and I do like the peace of silence. I enjoy it. So let's get one more message from the law of success or the seven spiritual laws of success. So experience silence, focus on true life purpose or true purpose in life. Follow your Dharma, which is your true purpose, your purpose in life, why you're here, what are you here for? So loving action. Conscious choice making. So your free will choices are conscious free will choices instead of just choosing because someone tells you to choose or because whoever they are thinks that you need to make this decision. You have to make a loving choice for yourself, to make a loving conscious choice for yourself, to continue focusing on your true life purpose. Because if you're focusing on your life purpose, you will have good karma coming back to you because you're using your discernment to know what's worthy of your time, what actions or situations or life circumstances are in your best interest. And sometimes in order to let those things go that are no longer serving you, you have to put up barriers or boundaries, and just allow the people that were not respecting you to feel your silence, which isn't always easy. So I made these little cards too. So we got experience silence, focus on your true purpose in life, the law of Dharma or purpose in life, loving actions and conscious choice making, so that we can affect the law of karma, which is cause and effect. If you're giving out good karma, that's what you receive back. So, release. We have to release some things. We have to discern the things that are not worthy of our time. We have to release them. Thoughts, ideas, people who we once loved or thought loved us. And earth connection. Release and transmute those negative vibes or energy vibrations through grounding or earthing into Mother Earth and transmuting those negative energies through that bond with the Earth Mother in order to stay grounded and centered. Oops. And focus. I call it focus pocus. I'm going to use my focus pocus today on releasing what doesn't serve me, tapping into my connection with Mother Earth and the experiencing the silence and the connection that I have, the deep connection that I have with Mother Earth, because it does bring me joy and happiness. And that is part of my life purpose, is connecting. I guess basically it is kind of like wilderness therapy for me, which is really healing and helpful. And I'm practicing the law of detachment from things that no longer serve me, and focusing on loving actions towards myself and others through conscious choice making. So having conscious free will choices,